Over the years, Amazon has proven to be one of the most recognizable brands in the world. It's almost like nothing goes through the internet without passing through the retail giant company. It's almost hard to imagine that a company like that would grow this much within a few years. Amazon is the second US public company. Welcome back to another exciting video. Today's video is about how Amazon became a trillion-dollar company. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Let's get started. To have a market value of $1 trillion, it hit this milestone a week after Apple hit the same landmark. But faster. Yes, Apple may have done it first, but Amazon did it quicker today. Amazon is worth $1.5 trillion, and its owner, Jeff Bezos, is the first person to be worth more than $200 billion in history. How did all this happen? How did Amazon become one of the biggest companies in the world every day? Thousands of people surf the internet looking for what to buy for themselves and their loved ones. When they do, it's usually available on Amazon. And with ease, they settle and have it sent straight to them. But this wasn't a fairy tale story that started with roses and blooms from the beginning. Amazon, like every other company, struggled a lot at the start. But they did crack the code and moved from making a few bucks a month to clocking millions of dollars each day. How did that happen? Are you asking? Well, for Amazon, the fifth time was Athol. It all started in 1994, when Bezos left his job at the Shaw Company, a Wall Street firm, and moved to Seattle, Washington. Ray devised a business plan for a new company named Cadabra, Inc. It didn't take long for Bezos to discard the name after his lawyer misheard the name as Cadaver over the phone. No one wants a business that sounds like a rotting corpse. It had to go by September 1994. Bezos played around with a different name idea for his new company, and at some point almost settled for the name. Relentless, that one too. He didn't see the light of day, mainly because his friends told him that the name sounded sinister. Although Bezos still has his Relentless domain, it now redirects to the current website. Eventually, Bezos settled on the title, Amazon and Authoritative, that got its inspiration from the largest river basin in the world. Jeff Bezos also claimed that the reference to Amazon represented his vision of making the company the biggest in the world. And then Amazon launched. When it did, it presented itself as the largest bookstore in the world. Even the tagline was Earth's most important book. Bezos once told a reporter that there's nothing about the Amazon model that couldn't be copied but doesn't have to be wrong. After all, McDonald's was copied, but it's still a multi-million-dollar company. The brand made all the difference. From then, it was clear that the Amazon brand would be one of the greats. Jeff Bezos was already a mythical figure in the business world long before he surpassed Bill Gates as the wealthiest person on Earth. But who was the man? And how did he have the reach to push his company to such great heights? Yes, he is known as the founder of the fastest e-commerce company in recent history. But years before Bezos' net worth surpassed $100 billion, he was the son of a troubled teenager. From here, it didn't take long for Bezos to turn his life around and build an e-commerce juggernaut. To know more about the biggest e-commerce retail company in the world, we have to take a step back and get an insider look into the life of the man behind the company. The first place to learn more about billionaire Amazon founder is at the very beginning. His challenging childhood born Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen to a 17-year-old mom and a dad who owned a bike shop. Bezos didn't speak much about his dad. He was only 18 when Jeff was born. A few things are clear. First, he only agreed to marry Bezos' mom. When he found out that she was pregnant, the marriage lasted 17 months. His mom moved in with her parents because Jorgensen stayed out late and drank too much, and it was generally an inattentive father and husband. If you are in for a divorce and paid a small amount of child support from time to time. 3 years after the divorce, Jeff's mom married another man, Miguel Bezos. Miguel adopted Jeff, a Cuban immigrant who taught himself English and took his last name with Jorgensen's blessing. Although he reconsidered and tried to fight it until he dropped entirely out of touch with his ex-wife and his son, Jorgensen's absence from his life was so complete that Bezos said he never met his biological father. Even though he lived with him for the first year of his life, Bezos was industrious from a very young life and even living with his grandparents on theirs. According to sources, he helped fix windows, vaccinate the cattle, and do other chores besides being a neighborhood resident. Good guy. Jeff also displayed a striking mechanical attitude from a very early age. Even as a toddler, he would dismantle his crib with a screwdriver. He also developed an intense scientific interest. He made an electrical alarm to keep his younger siblings out of his room and turned his parents' garage into a laboratory for his science projects. It wasn't until he moved to Miami as a teenager that he first fell in love with computers after spending a miserable sum of time working at McDonald's. Bezos and his girlfriend started a 10-day summer camp for kids. They charged $600 a kid and managed to sign up 6 students. He graduated as the school's valedictorian. The National Merit Scholar then went on to Preston University. Interested in space exploration? That's right, your favorite tech entrepreneur originally planned to study physics. He later gave it up and turned to his love for computers, creating several software programs. While at the school, he found the field of his life and graduated with a science degree in electrical engineering and the second one in computer science. He worked a few jobs and started the company, and the rest, as we know, is history. Enough about the man back to the company. Jeff Bezos himself has admitted that Amazon itself isn't very special, since several companies are doing the same thing. So what makes the company so unique that we need and use it daily with the company's recorded profits skyrocketing every year? The truth is that it wasn't always rosy for the e-commerce company. Many people may not remember, but there was a time when Amazon was mainly a place to buy books. But now the company's reach is practically limitless, thanks for the decision Jeff Bezos took back in 2000. At that time, Amazon was much smaller than eBay and sold mainly books and DVDs. Since people weren't sure about buying other products, they could quickly get them. Stores, online shopping. Now we get a lot of satisfaction from shopping online. But people didn't like it as much back then. Most people didn't get the hang of it, and the ones that did weren't particularly keen on paying and then waiting for weeks before the order arrived. What would you do? Place an order online, wait for a week to get your order, and pay while waiting. Or you can walk into a local store, pay for the same thing and walk out with it in hand, at no extra cost. Amazon faced the first 11, which made them introduce Prime membership and paid plan that allowed subscribers for $79 a year to enjoy free 2-day shipping. And because at that time, the company was charging $9.49 for shipping service, so even if somehow you managed to order less than once a month, you'd still be covered. As excellent as the idea was for Amazon Prime, it wasn't. Charlie Ward, an engineer at the company, devised the plan, pitched it to the boss, and Bezos gave it to the green light. That decision changed the life of Amazon forever, and the letter posted on the Amazon website, Bezos promised, Amazon Prime takes the effort out of order. And he was right, even though Amazon had already offered free shipping. It required a minimum of $25 per order. He also had to wait for 8 to 10 days for your order. So what Amazon Prime did was to remove the greatest obstacle to online shopping: the cost and time having to do with shipping. Today, Amazon Prime is $119, and it offers more than just free shipping. It now includes streaming music and video services and a popular Prime Day shopping event that competes with Black Friday. Amazon has approximately 150 million Prime subscribers, which the company describes as its most faithful customers. This company has expanded far beyond its bookseller debut in 2 decades. It combines its world-spanning retail operation with not flashy but very profit-making advertising and cloud computing businesses. Also, it has expanded into physical retail, particularly with the acquisition of upscale grocer Bold Food. That's not all. The company has also extended into the tech space and created one of the most successful AI technologies, Alexa. This Seattle-based company has fastened its customer allegiance through smart devices like Alexa and its Prime membership program. Since then, the Seattle-based company has witnessed exponential growth. Its profits trump its closest competitors, and its stock price ratio were almost like never before. For context, in the last 10, Apple's market value has increased 8-fold while Amazon's value has grown by over 30-fold. In 2018, Amazon's shares were up 75%, while Apple's was a little above 32%. All in all, Amazon may still have a long way to go, but Jeff Bezos' gamble on his company, his employees, and his customers paid off in ways he never imagined. Creating any business is never easy. Building a profitable business is even more challenging. Still, if there's anything to learn from Jeff Bezos and the Amazon conglomerate, it's that focusing on investing in your customers is the best way to scale and grow. When you invest in upgrading your customer experience in a relevant manner, you provide value. That value leads to loyalty, which eventually leads to more business. That's the Amazon School of Running a Profitable Business. That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.